What do you want to talk about?
Well, I would imagine that you have developed since last time.
Right.
So.
Since the last time, I'm not actually spoken to you about my work ever, I don't think.
Really?
No.
Oh my goodness, so we missed the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well in that case, we got a lot of catch up.
I started off with clowns and malarkey and kind of that buggered off and did my repetitions module, which is where these crazy little plasticine theorems come from. And they've kind of gone on to metamorphosing and I've kind of done loads of sequences and stuff.
This is almost like a movie.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that?
This is what
you're doing.
Yeah.
You're going to do a Zoetrope.
Yeah, because everything's kind of really playful and when I put this up in the gallery practice seminar, everyone kept saying, oh my god, this looks like this and this looks like that. So I thought, well, even though it's abstract and most people that do abstract don't like people seeing things, any representation, so I thought I'd play with it. And I've got these series of photographs which I think you did it as well. Yeah, I did a questionnaire for it so people could look into it, what they saw, and it was really interesting feedback really, because I then saw things in each of the bits of plasticine that I hadn't done beforehand. So I think it'd be untitled or something like that. But
that's right.
Underneath here, I've kind of made definitions of what everything is to what other people had seen. This one. So,
what are those definitions coming from you or from the questionnaire?
The first one is from me.
Oh yeah.
And then the ones that I've put down are the ones that I've kind of seen afterwards from the questionnaire. So I've
So what you mean is what other people say have influenced how you see.
Yeah, and it kind of changed my perspective, especially with this one. I thought it looked like a swan because it's got like a bowed neck round and it's got a wing and you can see the beak and the little bill or grilly thingy, whatever you want to call it. And then everyone just kept telling me it's a gorilla, and I didn't see it for ages and ages.
No, I can't see the gorilla.
If you look at its head here and its eyebrow comes down there, its nose is there and its mouth's there, so it's kind of like the vase and face type thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't see them until anyone had pointed it out, so that's kind of what I've been going for at the moment, along with playing with landscapes and making animations. I'm really gutted I didn't bring my iPod actually, but I've uploaded my videos onto YouTube.
Good.
But I've got it's only really rough and taking the effect of trying to get something that's really it does work. It's kind of that's generally just kind of walks, so it's kind of you will see it the way that I'm going to see it. It is this and it's walking, and I just kind of kept the background really simple because it's just experimental, but it took absolutely ages to delete the background and import it in and then make a shadow that was slightly feasible. And I'm just kind of hoping that this will work. But I've got them all backed up onto going through Final Cut Pro and putting all the stills in, editing it and making it actually work to move an animation.
I mean, you can, you're going to animate in Final Cut Pro.
That's pretty much what I've done.
So is Ian helping you with that?
No, I've done it all myself. it's been fine. I haven't had any problems.
Oof.
I've got
Final Cut Pro is a really nice
But Melanie, do you have Final Cut Pro yourself, or you're using it the university version?
No, I've got it myself.
My God.
I do loads of videos and stuff anyway. I just kind of flick them up as hobbies and stuff. Like people have Photoshop and they kind of just manipulate photographs. I do that and I make films.
Pretty amazing. I'm impressed.
It's just,
great.
It's fun. I have got that on here, but I haven't uploaded the new one that I've done, which is a little bit tongue-in-cheek. It's a bit cheeky, but you can just kind of basically see it walking. You might want to take it out of the case. That's if the battery's not going to die. So you can kind of see where it's animating and it's working now. But no, that's so simple to put it on your iPod.
it's alive.
It is. It's brought life to it, and a kind of, because everything with plasticine, to me, it's about kind of enjoyment. I really enjoy modelling plasticine. I always have done, and I'm just trying to enjoy my practice really. So I'm trying to show that by making a zoetrope and stuff, because obviously it's a toy and people can interact with it, and interaction is like quite an important thing. Because although I love making a lot of photographs of plasticine and how abstract it is, but I want to kind of incorporate ways that people can interact with plasticine and kind of enjoy it like I do, which is really bizarre. But I've made these paintings which I'm going to smooth off, and I want to put them on a wall and just entitle it Poke Me, because I just want to see how many people put their hands on it and manipulate it and kind of like work into it, because I don't know, it comes out really, really interesting. And when I photographed it, it looks a lot better when it's bigger, because you can obviously see it there. They look tremendous and kind of, I don't know, I was thinking of animating like a little cheesy proposal for it or something, and have a little man coming in and poking it and kind of moving it around. I don't know, I just look at the playful, cheesy, tongue-in-cheek things. If I didn't, I'd give him a man.
That's great, yeah. You could almost think of an entire wall.
Yeah.
of the stuff.
Well, at the moment, I'm trying to find the right little image. It might even be that one, but I want to make a massive plasticine sculpture that's like, it's really ambitious, but I found new plastic Devon that I'm going to try send a proposal for, to see if they can send me loads of plasticine so I can make big sculptures. And
would that be interactive as well?
Yeah, of course it would, because I mean, it would be so big, and plasticine's quite soft, and if it's in quite a warm room, it will manipulate, and it'll be interesting to see how dirty it gets as well, because plasticine gets so dirty. It's unbelievable. You just get grub all over it. You can see if you just look closely at any of those where just dust has came onto it, and it's just like, oh, that was so nice and clean.
If you make a huge sculpture and then like spend a lot of time doing it, well, you're not going to be really sad if it just gets destroyed.
No, because it'd be interesting. I do think it'd be quite destroyed, because it's really plasticine when you climb it together. It's pretty robust.
Yeah.
It's not like people are going to climb on it and rip it to shreds, because it's really quite durable. When it gets going, it's more of a case of people will be able to smack it and kind of mince around with it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But even when, I mean, I've got my stills of all my manipulations, and even when it does become really gross and mutilated, it's still quite interesting.
Yeah. No, I agree. I was just like, I think if I did it and then it was something different, but you put a lot of effort into it, you might be sad.
I'll take loads and loads of photographs of this.
Yeah. Actually, that could be really interesting, to make a huge sculpture and then
photograph the stage,
document how it changes. Yeah.
That's what I was planning on doing with those when they're smoothed off. I wanted to just put them in the wall over the road where everyone walks in all the time, and just see if they kind of poke into it, and then kind of photograph it every evening or so to try and pick up how many fingerprints that came up, because the camera does photograph fingerprints, and that's what I started off with.
Yeah.
You could also set up a video camera.
I was thinking that, but I have got a video camera, but I don't think it would last that long.
On time lapse.
Yeah.
But on time lapse, so it's only taking a single frame every 30 seconds, you know.
It's just having it set up.
Time compression thing, you know.
So we kind of like, the surveillance camera.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of similar to the guy who came yesterday, and I can't remember his name, and I feel quite bad.
Alfredo,
yeah. And he had the slides where people nick them. So like that, only the video of people poking it.
It's a very interesting field, you know, the interactivity. Like, you know, the digital art tends to be a little bit ahead in that respect. So actually doing it, but there's a few instances. So I'll give you a couple of URLs.
Yeah.
So you can go and have a look. But there was one guy, it was Stengel, I think his name is, Rudolf Stengel, and he